Queen's Another One Bites the Dust is a legendary track, but did you know it was inspired by disco and funk? John Deacon, Queen's bassist, was heavily influenced by the grooves of Chic, particularly Good Times. Born out of Queen's passion for blending genres, Deacon wrote this song with a deep funk-driven bass line that became its iconic signature. Interestingly, Freddie Mercury instantly saw its potential, pushing the band to release it as a single. Despite initial hesitation from other band members, the song became a smash hit, topping charts globally. It's also credited with crossing Queen over into the American R&B scene, a rare feat for a rock band at the time. This anthem of perseverance and toughness became Queen's best-selling single, cementing their place in music history. Let us know if you know other facts. Subscribe and share with those who love Queen. Tupac's California Love was more than just a party anthem, it was a statement. Born Tupac Shakur, Tupac spent much of his early life on the East Coast before moving to California, where his legacy as one of hip-hop's greatest was forged. But did you know California Love was his comeback after being released from prison in 1995? Co-produced by Dr. Dre, the track samples Joe Cocker's Woman to Woman and became an instant hit. The futuristic Mad Max-style music video, directed by Hype Williams, added to its iconic status. Interestingly, this track was meant to be on Dre's Chronic album, but became Tupac's first single after joining Death Row Records. It quickly shot to #1, embodying the West Coast's swagger and celebration. Let us know if you know other facts. Subscribe and share with those who love Tupac. Cindy Lauper's Girls Just Want to Have Fun is a feminist anthem that propelled her to stardom. But did you know the song was actually a cover? Born in Queens, New York, Lauper had a tough childhood, facing bullying and struggling to find her voice. But music was her escape, and by the time she was 12, she was writing her own songs. Despite being rejected by several record labels and facing early setbacks, her perseverance paid off. Originally written by Robert Hazard from a male perspective, Lauper transformed Girls Just Want to Have Fun into a declaration of female empowerment. Released in 1983, the song was an instant hit, defining her as a pop culture icon. Lauper's quirky style, vibrant personality, and undeniable talent made the song an anthem for a generation, turning it into one of the most celebrated tracks of the 80s. Let us know if you know other facts. Subscribe and share with those who love Cyndi Lauper. Duran Duran's Hungry Like the Wolf catapulted the band to international stardom in the early 80s. But did you know the song's unique sound was inspired by electronic influences and a fascination with storytelling? Recorded in 1982, the song's jungle-like atmosphere came from using cutting-edge synth technology, influenced by artists like David Bowie and Kraftwerk. The video, shot in Sri Lanka, added to the track's mystique, drawing parallels to Indiana Jones with its exotic locations. But it wasn't all smooth. Lead singer Simon Le Bon struggled with the heat and even fainted during filming. Interestingly, the song's success in America was fueled by MTV's heavy rotation, making it one of the first music videos to reach a global audience. Let us know if you know other facts. Subscribe and share with those who love Duran Duran. Kanye West, a visionary artist and producer, had his roots in Chicago. Born to a photojournalist father and a college professor mother, Kanye was surrounded by intellectual and creative influences from an early age. His mother, Donda West, played a critical role in nurturing his love for art and music, even moving to China when Kanye was just 10 for a teaching job, exposing him to global perspectives. By the time he was in high school, Kanye had already begun experimenting with beats and production. After dropping out of college, he dove into the music industry, producing tracks for artists like Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. But Kanye always had bigger dreams. He wanted to be a rapper. His big break came when he rapped through a wired shut jaw after a car accident in 2002, leading to his debut album, The College Dropout. Let us know if you know other facts. Subscribe and share with those who love Kanye West. Dire Straits' Money for Nothing is a song born out of a moment of pure chance. Mark Knopfler, the band's frontman, was inspired when he overheard delivery workers at an appliance store in New York, mocking the lavish lifestyle of rock stars seen on MTV. The sarcastic phrase, "money for nothing," sparked Knopfler's creativity, and he jotted down lyrics right there in the store. The track, famous for its cutting-edge computer-animated music video, was a revolutionary hit in the mid-'80s and satirized the misconceptions about the music industry. Interestingly, Sting from The Police lent his voice for the famous line, "I want my MTV," which helped propel the song to greater heights. The irony? Despite the critique of rock stardom, the song became Dire Straits' first #1 hit in the US. Let us know if you know other facts. Subscribe and share with those who love Dire Straits. Public Enemy's iconic anthem Fight the Power shook the world, but it didn't come from nowhere. It was born out of a deep-rooted rebellion. The group's frontman, Chuck D, was raised in Long Island, New York, during the volatile 1970s, heavily influenced by protest music like the Isley Brothers' original Fight the Power. Along with his larger-than-life sidekick Flavor Flav, Chuck D took the anger of his youth and shaped it into something that exploded beyond music. He gave a voice to the unheard. Public Enemy formed in the mid-1980s, during a time when rap was just emerging as a powerful cultural tool. Chuck D's baritone delivery combined with Flavor Flav's chaotic ad-libs and the Bomb Squad's radical production style. This was the backdrop for Fight the Power, a song that delivered a fearless critique of American culture, calling out icons like Elvis and challenging generational beliefs. But it was more than just a song. It was a movement. Written for Spike Lee's film, Do the Right Thing, the track demanded change and inspired countless others to push back against the system. Let us know if you know other facts. Subscribe and share with those who love Public Enemy. Billy Idol's Rebel Yell is a powerful anthem with a unique origin story. The title came from a bottle of whiskey that Idol spotted during a party with members of the Rolling Stones. But let's go back to the beginning. Born William Broad, Idol grew up in London, immersed in the punk rock scene. He originally fronted the band Generation X, but his solo career launched in the early 1980s when he moved to New York. Rebel Yell was released in 1983, and its signature guitar riff, played by Steve Stevens, became a defining sound of 80s rock. Idol's rebellious persona, combined with his punk roots and Stevens' electrifying guitar, transformed the song into a timeless hit. Interestingly, despite its hard rock edge, the song also showcased Idol's fascination with American culture. Let us know if you know other facts. Subscribe and share with those who love Billy Idol. The Eurythmics, fronted by Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart, weren't an overnight sensation. Both artists faced adversity in their childhoods, which would shape their drive and artistry. Annie Lennox grew up in Aberdeen, Scotland, and studied at the Royal Academy of Music. Yet, despite her talent, she struggled with confidence, dropped out, and found herself working random jobs while chasing her musical dreams. Dave Stewart, meanwhile, grew up in Sunderland, England, and discovered his love for music as a teenager, forming several bands before meeting Annie. The duo first met in the late 70s and initially played together in a band called The Tourists. However, they faced commercial struggles, and it wasn't until they formed Eurythmics in 1980 that they found their voice. Their groundbreaking album, Sweet Dreams, Are Made of This, was a global success, with the title track becoming one of the most iconic synth-pop anthems of the era. The Eurythmics' innovative sound blended pop, rock, and electronic music, capturing the imagination of audiences worldwide. Let us know if you know other facts. Subscribe and share with those who love the Eurythmics. Whitney Houston's I Wanna Dance with Somebody was a turning point in her career, solidifying her status as a global pop sensation. Born into music royalty, Whitney was raised in Newark, New Jersey, the daughter of gospel singer Cissy Houston and cousin of iconic singer Dionne Warwick. From an early age, Whitney's voice was unmistakable. Singing in the church choir and performing with her mother, she honed her skills and caught the attention of the music industry. At just 19, Whitney was discovered by legendary music producer Clive Davis, who saw immense potential in her. After the success of her debut album, Whitney's second album featured I Wanna Dance with Somebody, which won a Grammy in 1988. The song was originally a ballad, but was transformed into the upbeat anthem we know today, becoming one of her signature hits and cementing her as a pop icon. Let us know if you know other facts. Subscribe and share with those who love Whitney Houston.